on the Economic Advisory Board. And he came out and he could say that. And I'm telling you, one by one, they're going to come out and expose Keith Rowley and this PNM government for the lies that they told. And before I leave, I want to tell Paul Spain something. You don't study my Suffolk, you study your status. Study your status, all right? Take care of people and have a good one.
Yes, indeed, tit for tat, man.
Nice.
They mustn't feel you don't have response capability.
And let me just organize and play off these voice notes there where we can look to rack up. And don't forget, from Monday, please God, we'll be going till 10 o'clock. All right. I'll just play with some of these voice notes there. Quick.
Let me just apologize to those who were on the internet. I'm just getting back up because we had a break in the electricity, so we had a blackout earlier. So I'm just getting back. So you'll get the tail end of the ground report on the corridor transformation on the two platforms that we are on, YouTube and Facebook.
Nice.
Like you did water mountain shit. The PNM will be in dust, when I forget, so that nobody will ever forget about the PNM ever around this country. When they're done with the PNM, they go be in dust, when I forget to it. And they go throw species on top of the head. You like it, water mountain shit. The very Kong report, I love my Tikian and love Leonard Smith, and I love Andy. They always call it Gong report. The Gong report is speaking the truth, go to the country. And you is a jackass.
Morning to the ground report, morning, and they're listening to all of it, Lennox Smith and Mikey K. Now, I listen to these callers and them and your program here. Now, it's only mud pelting here. We're not dealing with issues, political mud we're using this morning on this program here. It look like office. That agenda you want is in bearing no fruit, you know. I find all you don't have nothing to tell Dr. Rowley with all these shortcomings Dr. Rowley hit us. Nobody in the PNM under fire like all they have Kamala under fire. You know why all they have Kamala under fire? That is the only person to do a forensic audit into Dr. Rowley's tenure in office for the last 9 to 10 years. And that is what you're afraid of. You're afraid of Mr. Modilal's statement where he say, if you all cannot prove where you get money to build Palliser House at that size, it will be taken and given to the state and they will feed the poor and needy there. These are the things you're fighting for, but you have to fight with that. With a better move, the CPEP people and the MTS workers and you all don't owe the PNM nothing, you know, they was owing you all. So we still on the same agenda, the PNM must go. The PNM have to go. And to the caller who have problem with Kamala Persad-Bissessar, notice you all don't speak about the 18 seats she had when she lose office. And she's riding on 19 right now. You all don't recognize that. Don't recognize that. And only try to sell the people a set of garbage in politics here. That is what you all did and get 14-1 in Tobago when all you thought you had it in the bag. And to the caller who spoke about the foreign observers for the election, that is a brilliant idea, and that is why the country is supposed to come out for that, because Dr. Rowley them ain't do nothing to return to office. Nothing. You understand me? Loving the house straight.
So them going and fix back the same thing what they fix, or the same thing they run down. These people and them. You understand what this man saying? Santa Flora Community Center, the quarry. That health center just built it before Petrotrain closed. That center not even 2 years old yet. And if you pass and see all the paint flaking off, grass growing like if it abandoned right now. So they're going to fix back and refurbish this thing down Santa Flora again. Point 14 and these places just build the hospital and them just build and open now. You understand? These infrastructure places just build now. So these places don't need no set of millions of dollars to refurbish and all these set of shipping is what this man talking about there, you know. These are the things not even 5 years, 4 years open. So how these things done run down so fast already? They're playing games that we are.
Slush fund for elections and the boys.
Entity. I just wait Port of Spain, you is just an entity. I just wait to hear you to get my bowel movement on a morning. All you just do is just spit in the air and hope it's rain. And let me tell you something. Whether Kamala go, whether Kamala stay, whether Kamala step down, whether Kamala step up, UNC is going to win the 2025 general election. And all of your PNM supporters and encouragers, you all will have to sit down and eat that like sweet bread. Just sit down and watch God work. Sit down and watch the Almighty God work. All you go ahead. Everything is time, you know. Everything is time. You go ahead and support Spain, along with your other PNM supporters. Sit back, watch the work of God.
There is nothing in the budget this time. Don't forget when Alwari went in the election and won the door for 6 o'clock. Good morning, Shannon, till we go again. Who called a while ago and could have started the foreigner about health. He's sleeping still, or Rowley paying his medical bill, or he's singing for his supper. Because the health system stinks in this country. 21 babies died where he was. You have to pray the hospital. When you're going, you come out dead. I had to wait for 3 months for blood test results, and the machine break down. So please, all your PNM people, think about your children, your grandchildren, future. PNM is not good for this country. Look at years them in power. Look at Laventille and other PNM areas. When them in power, is always bloodshed. Waste of time for them to go.
Boy, this budget really surprised me, boy. These people and them ain't thinking about crime at all. They may think about crime in this budget at all. Let's imagine we have house breaking, home invasion, we have shooting, right? We have robberies, we have gangs, and you ain't hear no measures towards curbing crime in this country. What it is this government thinking about? Them don't care about people's life or what? Not even bulletproof vests. They may even coming up with a plan to give business people bulletproof vests to try and save their life. No kind of national security measures me here in this budget towards people defending themselves, or the police could defend people from criminals. I mean hear nothing, boy. Or they tell me what going on. They don't care about us, boy. Right? Nothing for national security to curb crime in this country.
Good morning, Andy. I just wanted to correct something that since I listened to the ground report, I have heard you and numerous people saying that the East Indians and them. And to me, I am 65, apply for pension, and I remember Pandit thought he was an East Indian, and when he went in there, he was let down. So I want to believe we are Ahmadogla, we are West Indians, or Trinidad and Tobagonians. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say and dig into it, because East Indians is who come here. And at my age, my father was a Trinidadian, not an East Indian. So explain that to me, please.
Here's the reason the people have to come out in the numbers and demand that foreign observer come here for the 2025 general election, because of this lying, deceitful, dishonest Prime Minister. He had called for foreign observer, yes, in 2015. So why now he don't want any to come here, right? But the people have to demand that. And if the people want to play stupid and docile and sit down, he will trample all over us. Okay? So the people need to get up. If they need to get some smelling salt or something to wake up and come out and demand that an observer come here for the 2025 election.
I think we all agree that. We all agree to that, gentlemen. I think everybody agrees to that point.
Must not occur.
But before we wrap up, I just want to read some of the opposition leader, the Honorable Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, Senior Counsel. This is just draft of her speaking notes from yesterday. And of course, you know, she's all set for the debate when she takes front and center in Parliament on this coming Friday. And she says, a decade of destruction. Imbert's decade of destruction was completed today, meaning yesterday. A multi-hour eulogy for this PNM government's decade of destruction. A PNM 10-year legacy of banditry, broken promises, and betrayal. I am here to respond to the budget statement for fiscal year 2024-2025, delivered by the failed PNM government. And she says this is just a prelude, as I told you, to her official response, which will be on this Friday, October 4th, where she'll be getting into more detail. 1. When they came into office in 2015, they inherited the largest economy in our history, largest stock of foreign reserves, and record high employment, which my government produced. Today, nearly a decade later, they have brought us to near ruin, destruction, and chaos. This is the 10th budget presented by the Rowley administration. This government couldn't improve the country after spending over $500 billion for the past 9 years. I want to repeat that. This government, no improvement to this country after spending over $500 billion for the past 9 years. Only fools eat a food fake elite. Pseudo-intellectuals and PNM true believers will think this additional almost $60 billion will create any improvement. So she said, only fools eat a food fake elites, pseudo-intellectuals, and PNM true believers will think that this $60 billion additionally will create any improvement. She says, again, it's a repeat of blame the PP government, blame Ukraine war, and blame COVID-19. Now gone from blame Kamala to blame Panama, blame the Red Sea. The minister's budget was titled Steadfast and Resolute, Forging Pathways to Prosperity. However, the economic indicators are in steadfast decline since 2015 because of his resolute incompetence, and he mentioned no pathways to long-term prosperity besides waiting for gas production and prices to rebound. That's their big thing. 9 years and nothing. Now going into the 10th year. The finance minister presented a budget of almost $60 billion. This is incidentally on the heels of a headline in one of the dailies where the national town crier, Mr. Rowley, tells the country to hold strain and ban our bellies for hard times until 2027. The irony of that is this budget's almost $60 billion is adding to over $500 billion that the government has wasted in the past 9 years. Mr. Rowley has been crying and invoking fears about difficult times ahead like a persistent national ghoul since 2015, but doing nothing to improve the situation. And she goes into details with Point Lisa's industrial estate is shut down. We are facing increased electricity prices, failed Houston gas price negotiations, where Rowley outsmarted himself. He, this country's #1 salesman, outsold himself. And while he speaks of minimal growth in the last 3 years, he did not mention that this minimal growth is driven by heavy government borrowings and withdrawals from the country's savings, and not from sustainable activity. Lennox Smith mentioned that earlier. While Rowley and his government speaks of minimal growth in the last 3 years, it was not mentioned to us. We the people who they believe are stupid, we the people who they believe are not intelligent, did not mention that this minimal growth is driven by heavy government borrowings and withdrawals from the country's savings and not from sustainable activity. You're living in a house, husband, wife, children. All right. So the wife can't come if she's dealing with the accounts to say, well, all right, things going well, we are able to keep afloat. No, you can't keep afloat if it is that the stream that's coming in is less than the money that is being paid out. And so you're tapping into the savings now.
Savings,
that don't make sense. You're not generating it. That's right. You're not generating any revenue. You are basically keeping your head above water for what you put aside for rainy days. You can't outrun and you can't go out of the rainy days. You're not going to outrun that. So you have to find something, some sustainable activity to make sure that revenue is being generated. So that 3% they're talking about, it was nothing to say that there was direct foreign investment or something that they came up with, or somehow they were able to build sandals for where nobody could find it and it generated money, or the plywood factory. No! They have done nothing to generate any revenue income activity. So we living on the savings. So where do we go from here? So that was just a prelude to some of the things, but on Friday, of course, she is going to be coming strong, the opposition leader, and she'll be talking about this is really something.
I think sorry. Go ahead.
One thing. So which means in 9 years, this government increased the debt by approximately $72 billion and withdrew 10 times from the HSF, totaling $17 billion. Go ahead, Leonard.
What that 5 hour, what I consider to be of diatribe and of course total semantics really gives Kamala Persad-Bissessar the opportunity, and I'm sure she is going to take it, to not only review what he said, she would have enough time, but to present a new budget. That is how I see that advantage. So when he believed that because he's talking for 5 hours in itself has some kind of, should I say, credit to him, he would have, of course, dealt himself a shot in the foot, to use, of course, a criminalistic expression, if you want to call it that. But the fact of the matter is that she has the opportunity now to present a new budget with all that time that she would have had, because as the tradition is, that the same amount of time that the
presentation,
the presentation takes to be read out is the same amount of time that the opposition would have had. So
that's right.
So that it is a blessing in disguise, and I'm sure advantage will be taken in that regard. It's beautiful times. It's beautiful times. Yes.
She is coming there engineered and driven to show them this is what it should have been.
Yes.
And this is how you would have saved so many people from unemployment. This is how you would have gotten the economy back on track. And this is what you could have done for infrastructure. When you started to hear those figures coming, you ask yourself, well, look at that. Is any money anyhow? This place is in a shamble. You're running down to the ground. I know you're coming to a little kakada to say what? That money was that's just enough for recurring expenditure. What are you going to do with that? You've done nothing. You've mismanaged it. That's what you have done. And you took us for 5 hours and 11 minutes. And you believe that the longer you talk, somehow it was translated to some form of logic. That's what you believe. You was feeding a machine, a fertilizer machine, hoping that sometime at some point that diamonds would come out of it. You were just talking pure tata. 5 hours and 11 minutes. 5 hours. And what's so sad, you took 5 hours and 11 minutes basically to read out something to beat your chest for your 9-year accomplishment. 9 years was compressed in what, 5 hours? So what did you do? What did you do for the last almost 10 years?
So you gave Kamala a beautiful opportunity.
And some of them PNM people, they protested even before they hear the budget. Boy, this is the 10th one. We had 9 before. We heard 9 before, and those 9 that we had heard before did nothing to elevate our lives. So we take in front this time. Just like how we go and take in front and go down to the EBC, just like how we go and take in front and go out there with the masses, that is what we're going to do. We have no trust in you. We have no faith in you. We don't believe in you. You're liars. You are going to lie, buy, pacify, and mama guy. That is your playbook. Nobody has any faith in you. We want you gone. We want you out. And we taking in front. So all who talking about, oh, they start a thing before this and that, you could say we want. We had 9 budgets before. Billions of dollars. Money that cannot be accounted. They say the money is there, you know. But it's how it's being defined. The money is there.
And how it is being deployed.
That's right.
The priority, your priority is fixing the Magnificent Seven, buying a Casabon painting, when you told us essentially that to belt tighten. How belt tighten equates to that level of profligacy. No, and I want to tell the population, particularly those who may not be aware, those economic terms that Imbert will be using. There's one that I think you should take note of. Fiscal consolidation. Let me repeat. The term fiscal consolidation, it simply means in practice that you cut. Because you can't balance your budget. So therefore you cut your cloth, so therefore you reduce expenditure in order to meet the income that you would have had. That is meant by fiscal consolidation. Understand that. And that is what he said the government was pursuing over the last 9 years. But here the irony is that he never achieved it. You have the largest budget deficit ever. He continued, of course, to go closer to what they were complaining in 2015 about a 60 billion budget. He go close to that. And then on top of that, met a debt to GDP in 2015 of about 44%. Today, it is almost 100%. When such a situation reaches 70% in any country, the IMF done watching at you already, and you are a possible candidate. But don't hold that alone. Don't look at that alone. The Moody's and the S&Ps, the credit rating agencies, will tell you that Trinidad and Tobago's situation is almost junk bond status, meaning that when he has to go and borrow, which he has to go and borrow to make up the deficit that the budget will obviously have, because you don't have the income source to get it. It means therefore you are going to borrow at higher interest rates. So if you're borrowing at 2%, 1%, you now have to borrow at 5%, which of course in itself is a additional cost for our children and our children's children and the country as a whole to repay. Understand what is happening here is a bunch of what I consider to be economic charlatans, quacks, that have invaded our country and the highest offices in this country, purporting to be minister and prime minister and of course minister of finance. Hold on the tail and get the hell out. You should be calling an election. That is what you should be calling. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Nice. So let's just rack up because it's 3 minutes to 10. So it's just have about 3 voice notes there to play.
Go ahead, my friend.
And
yes.
let's organize and rack up. Bam, there's 3 voice notes to play.
On and on there again, start up on it. So, quick is that do as much as you can, Lennox and the UL, to bring all the things that Raleigh did, the past, in the front row. You have.
What about we hearing the truck more than we hearing what you're saying. So let's continue. You are the organizer and my pull aside where we don't hear the truck more than we can hear what you are saying. What you're saying is very important.
Mighty K. Lennox Smith, Trinidad and Tobago Central here. Good morning. Andy, short and sweet. Trinbagonians, time for waking up and all them small talk go on. Now it's for we to come more than ever to stand and let we shut down this country once and for all and call a general election in this country. in this country immediately. Immediately. But the thing is, we don't have the thing.
Go ahead, caller. Yes, caller. Pleasant good morning. Welcome to the Ground Report. What's your contribution this morning on the Ground Report?
Actually, I am calling about a video that was uploaded.
All right. Well, call after the program, please.
The thing called unity, and that's what mashing we up right now. You understand what I'm saying? When some fighting for the country, the majority standing with the government. So it's no kind of unity going on here too. You understand what I'm saying? This is madness to the highest level. This government wants to keep people to a full stop, and they must elevate themselves now. They say these hard times, tighten your belt, this, that, and the other. What you kind of vehicles these people and them driving by? People starting to put it up and showing people who cannot see it from a closer range, just seeing it on the network. How these people are saying it's hard times, and watch what they're driving, watch how they're living it up. You understand what I'm saying, people? Oh, the rich getting richer, by the poor had to be going to them and borrowing. You understand? So the ones that who have a little job had to go and borrow a loan to get the rich richer, because yeah, they be paying interest in that way as well too. You understand? So 9 years of the rich getting richer and 9 years of the poor getting poorer. How much more are you going to take Trinidad then? How much more are you going to take Trimbagonians? How much more? Man, let me get up and already do something now, man. And it's that.
Lennox, stop misleading the people. Stop misleading the public. Because according to the Sofa China,
that's it. Every time you go wrong, you're gone. So Trinidad and Tobago.
I thought he was going to say something. I knew it's more comic relief. We have had enough of that for the day.
Yes. So don't forget tonight, Corridor Transformation with yours truly, Lennox Smith, at 8 o'clock. And also don't forget this afternoon, please God, Michael Kerr with the Observers.
That's right. On Gael TV. Yeah, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And don't forget at 8 p.m. our very own Lennox Smith, Corridor Transformation. Andy is out and about. You can stay locked on to Real Media TT. You can catch it on Facebook and YouTube. And as we said, from next Monday, of course, this week we're running from 8 to 9 on Gael. And from next Monday, confirm, we will begin the 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So we'll be to a little extra from Monday. And as well, most important, don't forget as well the Patriot Lunch, we have your tickets. Please WhatsApp, that's 366-3053 366-3053 for Andy Pitbull Williams. For Lennox Smith, Lennox, your number again is
337-6940
337-6940 337-6940, and yours truly, Mikey K, of course, 494-0938 494-0938. Please be WhatsApping for the tickets. We could always talk after the fact, but we want to keep a good thing going. This is an asset. People are saying, hey, hearing all the fellas, then seeing all you on TV at the same time. We love it. That does not come free. I want you to understand that. Those mainstream media would have people who have them in their pockets, and they could go and get a check here, and they want somebody to write something good about this one or that. We don't have that, because we are bringing you the truth. We are the agents of change that are bringing you the truth, and we need the help. So we are growing. Yeah. One door closed, we're going to open up a whole auditorium. Windows, everything we opening right here on the Ground Report. We need your help. So get your Patriot Lunch. That's right, 50 for chicken, 40 for veggie. It's a barbecue, veggie queue. Don't wait for somebody to tell you that you have to support. Well, I ain't get a word from there. Yeah. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? It's your program. This is your coffee in the morning. This is what wakes you up. When you hear the Pitbull come in there, and then you hear the big word man, and then Mikey K topping it off. What's wrong with you? It's your program. For the people, by the people. And most importantly, with you the people. We are hitting the ground, folks. EBC, we are coming. We gonna tell you what day, but we coming. Some only want to call in sick and all that, who closing and pulling the drapes and the blinds, like all that macro and all that. Yes, we know what's inside there. And we have an idea what's going on inside there. So we come in. We come in, EBC. We are coming. Folks, until tomorrow, we are out of here. Be safe. Get your tickets. Patriot Lunch. We'll be breaking bread with our brothers and sisters and comrades on that day in support of our freedom platform. Have a good one. And again, try to stay alive. Please, try to stay alive until tomorrow morning.
Everyone's coming out to bring about a change. I see young and old, we crying out for this. Yeah, want a government to drill policy, a government to do joke, a government to do fight we down, a government to do good, a government with integrity. Now look how they understand. A government in sweetie and tea, no without the bullet man everybody. BNM must go. Tell them go. BNM must go. Hey, now everybody let's vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. They're only time to resign. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. When they see him waving bye-bye, everything's selling out. And I'm working out again. It's only draw. They will wipe out we name. Yeah, we want a government to drill policy, a government to do joke, a government to do fight we down, a government to do good, a government with integrity. Now look how they understand. A government in sweetie and tea.
As people, of course, we have come to the end of today's Ground Report. I trust that you enjoyed it. A lot of information indeed, as we, of course, extrapolate and we dissect and dissect the 5-hour plus diatribal expression of verbal econotricks. Yes, indeed. Econotricks. I call it. Yes, indeed. Econotricks. By Rowley and others. And we're going to hear more of that during the course of the week and the coming days, as the debate would have been commenced by the opposition leader. We will pay attention to that, studious attention, and then of course we will hear the ministers and the attempting to justify the unjustifiable. That is to say, their presence in government when they should be talking about getting the hell out. Have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless. See you tonight on the Corridor Transformation at 8 o'clock. I'm out of here. Your host, Lennox Smith, or I should say your co-host, Lennox Smith, having concluded, of course, the Ground Report with Andy, Mikey, and myself. Have a wonderful one once again.
Now everybody let's vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. They're only time to resign. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. When they see him waving bye-bye, everything's selling out. And I'm working out again. It's only draw. They will wipe out we name. Yeah, we want a government to drill policy, a government to do joke, a government to do fight we down, a government to do good, a government with integrity. Now look how they understand. A government in sweetie and tea. Now without the bullet man everybody. Rowley at to go. Tell them go. Rowley at to go. Now everybody let's vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. Vote. They're only time to resign. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. Vote. Put them out. him wave him bye bye.
Time to go, time to go, time to go, it's time to go. Look, now is the time for Growly to go. It's only Kamla to fix Trinbago. Time to go, time to go, time to go, it's time to go. Look, now is the time for Growly to go. It's only Kamla could save Trinbago. Is billions gone from we treasury? A taxpaying man can get nothing for free. Is billions gone from we treasury? A taxpaying man can get nothing for free. Trinidad and Tobago, please open your eye, 'cause the truth in your face, Growly could only lie. Time to go, time to go, time to go, it's time to go. Look, now is the time for Growly to go. It's only Kamla could save Trinbago. Look, Growly give us promises to the sky, but I support in UNC till the day that I die. Look, Growly give us promises to the sky, but I support in UNC till the day that I die. There's only Auntie Kamla could come and save we. So go out and vote. We vote in UNC. Time to go, time to go, time to go, it's time to go. Look, now is the time for Growly to go. It's only Kamla could save Trinbago. Look, now is the time for Growly to go. It's only Kamla could save Trinbago.
The sun rises slowly over the hills. Everywhere is gold and sunlight, but still, most nights with hotels are crowded. There are days where dark clouds are shrouded. They don't smile and they never will. Only volunteers get the fill. Empty promises is what they hear. No running water from here to here.
Economy is turning around. In fact, Madam Speaker, it has turned around. Revenue collection is up, Madam Speaker. The non-oil sector is growing, Madam Speaker. The energy sector is booming, Madam Speaker.
And we reach a point as a country where we're into a zone now where we just can't continue to borrow money to finance what is called recurrent expenditure. Salaries and wages is recurrent expenditure. It's not productive sector. It's not capital expenditure.
As I indicated, the economy is turning around. In fact, Madam Speaker, it has turned around. As I indicated, the economy is turning around. In fact, Madam Speaker, it has turned around. Revenue collection is up, Madam Speaker. As I indicated, the economy is turning around. In fact, Madam Speaker, it has turned around. Revenue collection is up, Madam Speaker. The non-oil sector is growing, Madam Speaker. The energy sector is booming, Madam Speaker.
There's only bitterness left inside, and every day is a hustle. Arguments are settled with muscle. To your 6 feet like